Welcome to the first of our newest series, A Day in the Life, here at Milled Artistry, where we cover everything from baking homemade bread to jewelry making to woodworking to adventures and everything in between. We are lifting the veil and showing you what the real life is behind the scenes. So these videos have a slightly different vibe and a different feel than our previous videos, and I would love to hear your feedback. So today we are diving into the mundane aspects of being a home country baker. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this was a unique challenge I gave myself. How to make the mundane entertaining, interesting, and educational. So, my dear, if you've ever been one of those folks, how do you do this in real life? Well, it takes dedication and it takes setting some firm boundaries. So, once a week, I have to go through and scrub my kitchen down. Now, here's the thing. By doing that once a week, my dear, it makes it easy peasies, all right? However, when I recorded this, I've been really busy and I've been really lacking in energy. So keeping up on my kitchen cleaning had possibly gone by the wayside. I'm just saying, it may have gone bye-bye. So it did take me longer to clean the kitchen than it usually does. However, once a week is that magic number that just works in my home. It allows me to take maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes, one day a week, to go through, wipe all my cabinets down, scrub the floors, and to scrub all my countertops, go through and tidy everything up. But it also gives me a nice clean surface to get back to that bread baking. I hope you enjoy our little behind the scenes as we take you behind the curtains and show you the real workings of the upkeep and maintaining of a home for baking your homemade bread. And I'm going to be giving you some old traditional recipes that make cleaning a snap. Without further ado, let's dive in to the mundane life of a stay-at-home mom who just happens to be a kitchen country witchery baker. Let's talk about razor blades. Okay? I get this a lot. Like, why do you scrape your counters down with a razor blade? I scrape my counters down. This is something I started doing years and years and years ago when I first started baking bread. Dough is a to get up off the counter sometimes, okay? However, if you get it just the tiniest little bit damp, for just barely scraping the dough and popping it up and not digging into my countertop, using a razor blade, a flat edge razor blade. Now, if you want, you can get a plastic razor blade too. So that is less likely to gouge your countertops if you're going to do this. But the nice thing is you can use a razor blade on pretty much any surface, okay? However, if you have a stone countertop, it would be better to use a plastic razor blade in that case. I'm just saying. All right, so here's another common question I hear quite often. How do you keep those cabinets white? How do you do that? Like, where'd you get these things? Like, these are awesome. How long does it take to clean these? Last home, like, we had a wood fireplace and it had newer oak cabinets in it. And I'll tell you what, cleaning those was a bitch. Cleaning those was not fun. For those, actually one of the best things that you can do for cleaning wood cabinets, old traditional recipe. Get yourself a little baking soda and a little bit of wood ash, okay? So we had a wood fireplace. It was nothing to just dab a damp cloth into that ash and dab a little bit into a little bit of baking soda, and I could scrub those babies up like a dream. When we were designing this home, I was very specific on what it was that I wanted. I wanted something easy to clean. So my cabinets are an antiqued cream, but I love how they have that beautiful, clean, crisp feeling to them. Being that they are like laminated, a cheaper cabinet actually. We picked them up from Lowe's. We freaking love them. I love them. So even on my cabinets, they look white in the camera, but they're actually a cream color. And then you've got the antiquing glazing lines on it, which also helps hide dirt and buildup. I'm just saying. So it gives us that really awesome country vibey kind of feel, but it's also really easy to maintain. Wipe them up. A little bit of soap on your rag, and within 5 minutes you can have the entire kitchen cabinets scrubbed from top to bottom. It doesn't take very long at all. And you remember that little recipe, that little cleaning recipe I gave you for wood cabinets? Let me tell you something. You can use that exact same recipe in your oven, and it cleans like a dream. So here's the key for cleaning your oven. Doesn't have to be difficult. So if you want to clean your oven like that using traditional methods, you can use just plain wood ash, or you can mix wood ash and baking soda together with just a smidgen of water. Now all you do is just put a couple little drops in there, honey. Now when you put the water in with the wood ash, it actually releases a soft lye. It makes lye, okay? Lye is one of the original sanitizers of our ancestors, and I freaking love it. It cleans like a dream. Like, you can seriously clean stuff off the walls. You can clean, like, it is the best glass cleaner. I'm just saying, a little bit of wood ash on a damp newspaper. Honey, I'm just saying, it's gonna clean your glass up like, baby, like nobody's business. Like, you got a wood fireplace. How do you get the soot off the glass panel? All you gotta do in that case is just put a little water on a newspaper and it comes right off. You just use the actual ash that's on the panel to clean the window. That's all you do. I'm just saying, if you live in like the cold country like we do, and you've got wood fireplaces or pellet stoves. But for your oven, kick your oven on. All you want to do is have a warm oven, not hot, not uncomfortable. If you want an even easier, like if your oven's really sticky goopy, put a pan of hot water in there and create like a steamed sauna effect on the inside of your oven and warm it up. Remember, you don't want it hot because you're gonna have to touch these surfaces afterwards. So, not hot. And then a little bit of wood ash, mix in with a little bit of baking soda, and y'all are gonna be amazed. You're just gonna be amazed. It's pretty phenomenal. Other than that, degreaser, like highly concentrated degreaser, okay? But you will be amazed at how easy it is to clean your oven with just a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of wood ash. I never really quite feel ready to take on the day until I feel like me. And my jewelry is one of the ways that I do that. It just is so empowering. And then you add in all those aspects of the beautiful metaphysical energies that go with it. And oh, it makes me feel like a rock star powerhouse and as if I am unstoppable. And it makes me feel so beautiful in my own skin. I'm just saying. And I'm never really ready until I'm actually ready. If you would like to feel what it feels like to feel so empowered in your own skin by accenting yourself from the outside in, go check out the shop, my dear. I've got some amazing, awesome rustic pieces available, made special for one unique person every single time. Feels so good to feel like me again. Right, so one of the questions that I get quite often is, Crystal, how often do I have to salt my counters? Well, if you go by old traditional rules, you're actually supposed to salt your counters every single time. Salt is a natural, sanitizes everything. It sterilizes your entire countertop. And when you're working with a wood countertop, a raw wood countertop, not varnished. Varnished requires different requirements. However, I have a Butcherblock countertop in my kitchen, which is what I bake on. So that means all the stuff from everything that we prepare soaks down into that wood, especially if it has not been recently oiled to seal it in. However, the fact that I handcraft my bread right on these wood Butcherblock countertops, that also means those fats are going right onto my oiled butcher blocks, and it's actually adding to it. It's the same thing when I bake with it. It automatically is helping to recondition my baking pans every time I pop them in the oven, which is the traditional, original non-stick pan. I'm just saying, you traditionally would do this every single time before you started your day. It's the same as washing your counters down with soap and water in a traditional sense. However, you cannot use soap and water on a wood butcher block counter. So instead, you salt that baby. Salt and scrub that baby clean, and the salt is going to melt into the wood just a little bit, and it's going to leave your countertop completely sterilized. My poor looking little babies. Hey, sweet girls. Taking time out to go play with all of my pups is something that's very important to me and a quality of zen of life, but it's also really important for my dogs too.
Come on, honey.
So we currently have Buddy inside because they're brothers and sisters, and the girls were going into heat. So that's why you see Buddy inside and the girls have to stay outside. I'm just saying. But y'all, playing with my pups is just an amazing wonderful time of my day, which helps run their energy off, and is just a little piece of country zen.
Come on. Good dogs. My turn. Good dogs. Good dogs. My turn. Good job. Good job. My turn. No. My turn. Oh, come on. Oh, big. Why, honey? Why, honey? Let's take her. There's my Sophies. Sophie. Oh, Sophie. I'm over here, sweet girl. Good girl. Oh, good dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. Good dogs. Hi, honey. How are you? Roll back. Now I gotta go drill it and put a new pin in it. Because I can do that. So our wood flooring throughout our home, it's Pergo, guys. It's just Pergo wood flooring. We had this in our first home, and I'll tell you what, we were so impressed with how sturdy this flooring was that when we came into building this home, we already knew what brand we wanted. I'm still highly impressed with this flooring. However, with this particular flooring, you have to clean it with vinegar, all right? Because waters and all those things, they soap and the chemicals that are in your floor mops, they can actually delaminate the laminated like hardwood floor that you have. So it's not real wood, it's laminated layers that are all stuck together. However, it's tough as nails, I'm just saying. But also the color that we picked was precisely to hide dirt and easy to clean.
Yes, these are my girls' new play, but real plates for spring and summer. So I don't know where to put them. I don't have any more room for dishes. There's a spot. That'll work. That'll work. Today, I'm not baking bread in my usual sort of kind of way, okay? So today, I will actually be pulling out my mixer because just before I recorded this, I may have had a slight gardening mishap as I was prepping my garden beds as the snow was just barely first starting to melt away from my garden beds, and I had put a pretty nasty cut down the side of my finger, which means pulling out my heavy-duty mixing machine. So you're going to see me make up the bread a little bit differently than I usually would today. One of the beautiful things about being a bread baker is I normally am making my bread by hand, and it's got lots of all those yummy baking fats in there that are non-perishable more often than not. So I usually use lard. Lard or coconut oil are my go-to oils for baking. These are non-perishable oils, and they're natural. And I'll tell you what, if you've never baked with lard and you're a Crisco or a shortening like baker lover, give lard a try. You might be surprised at the difference in the flavor that it gives you. Lard is the traditional bread making fat, and it gives your bread this beautiful, clean, crisp flavor. And it is completely different than baking with Crisco or shortening or a vegetable oil base, okay? I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just saying, give it a try. need for you. Okay, don't touch. It's got to do it sit. It's got to sit. Okay? Gotta let it poof. No. All right. Should we step outside for a minute? You want to come help me outside?
Well, that didn't the tip is it.
I know that. Don't play with that. That always.
How about really turn to that many?
Well, if I didn't have it unplugged, you would get hurt really bad. Okay?
Well, I just need it. I just want to make something out of this. Inside. Many pie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, say many pie, guys.
Y'all, I cannot rave over this recipe enough. This recipe has cut my baking time in half, which, y'all, that is pretty extraordinary for a yeast bread. I'm just saying, it's pretty amazing. So I would love to invite you to go grab your own free copy of it so that you can come learn to bake side by side with me, and I'll show you step by step how to make this revolutionary new method of bread baking that is based off of old pioneer recipes. Little tips and tricks and things at first I thought were crazy. You know what? When I first started making this bread, the first original results that I got from the original pioneer cheating methods, well, they were a little dense. But after some experimenting, 3 years of it, I've perfected this into a beautiful, fluffy, amazing bread that can be baked from start to finish in as little as an hour and a half. Compared to the original 3 to 4 hours, y'all, I'm just saying it's pretty amazing. So if you're on a time crunch, my dear, this recipe is absolutely something you might want to look into. And you get a free invitation to come join my bakers group where I teach you step by step live how to make it. Swing over to milledartistry.com and snag your recipe.
You can grab me the bread pans out. Yes, I know you would.
Can you take your hat out?
My hat out? What do you mean?
Then I'll put the titty on.
Okay, give me a second. Let me finish the bread. Okay? Alright, yep, if you can grab me 3 pans, please. 3 pans. How many to go? Down milk. I need 1 more. Okay, can you grab me the lard out, please? Or grease. Down in the bucket with the little rag. No, down here.
I left my own. I'm making my own bread. Almost I did bread.
There's two blue buckets down there.
Remember,
Just grab the one in
don't eat this one. I'm saving this one for another Thanksgiving.
for Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh. All these things.
pinch up. Good job. All right, good job, Elle. Let's get yours into the pan here. Okay. Clara, please go put this one into the oven. Ellie, please put that one into the pan. Straighten it up. Okay, we'll hop up here. You can go ahead and do your little scoring.
I'm not doing when you put that on.
It's already on. Go ahead. Yours is ready to go. Can I help this a little bit?
I need this.
Perfect. Just like that. Perfect. No, that's plenty. Oh, you want to do a straight line down it too? Okay. Butter knife scoring. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, pop it in the oven. Let's get it freezing.
Oh, my brain's hi guys. My brain I want candy. Mom, please take a bath.
Just had a bath.
No. Yes, Mom, we're dirty.
Well, play it in the mud.
Don't listen to her. I'm really sorry. Upside down shots. Oh, look. Upside down shots. It's very fresh. I love the beautiful sign. But look on AOM. Look.
Say bye.
Bye bye.
Well, now that I have my bread raising in the oven, I've got to go fix my camera stand because, y'all, it's the last one I have. So, I got to take care of that. Want to join me? Let's dig into the tools and get started on this simple, easy little process of repairing this particular break. Fortunately, it's an easy one. Let me talk to you about something. So, one of the aspects of country life is, y'all, we have a mentality of, hey, we can make that for less or make it better. And I'll tell you what, sometimes it really is actually the truth. You can have the most amazing creations that come from making it yourself and the pride that comes from it and just the expertise and all the amazing things that come from it is absolutely worth it. However, sometimes it's actually cheaper to buy instead. Now let me explain. So if this is a foreign concept to you like it used to be to me,
when you're making it yourself, you also have to take into consideration the amount of time and energy you've spent to make that thing that you're doing. And your time and energy has an actual substantial value. It's just like going to work. You get paid for your time and your energy you put into work. The same goes into your home life and all of those amazing, beautiful creations that you create. So sometimes it is cheaper to DIY, such as baking homemade bread, because there's so much more benefits that come from it than just having bread to eat. You have all those beautiful meditative Zen moments that are just amazing, honey. Absolutely amazing and healing to the heart and the soul. And it helps bring in mental clarity. I'm just saying. However, in other cases, DIY is not cheaper than to buy, such as, say, maybe jewelry to make you feel absolutely extraordinary and feel like the true amazing person that you really are inside. Those perfect pieces that are just, so you, and feel as if they were made special and unique for your amazing uniqueness. Y'all, I'm just saying, sometimes it's cheaper to buy. And if you are interested in feeling absolutely exquisite and extraordinary, and just like you and all your raw, rustic realness, I'd love to encourage you to swing over to the shop. Not only grab your free recipe to get started with baking your homemade bread, but check out the goods, because y'all, when I make jewelry, I make it special just for you. I love to pour my heart and my soul into the actual crafts and the techniques of making it. And y'all, I want to showcase your absolute stunningness of who and what you are. Honey, you absolutely deserve it. So go check it out. From the jewelry clear down to the actual boxes that you find them in, handcrafted, one at a time, uniquely designed for an amazing, unique individual person. All right, with this back in working order, let's go check on that bread. Oh, look at it. Y'all, this new way of baking homemade bread is absolutely extraordinary and such a time saver. Cue the magic of editing. Look at it. It's done. Oh, so yummy. Y'all, baking homemade bread is extraordinary.
I hope you enjoy our little behind the scenes as we take you behind the curtains and show you the real workings of the upkeep and maintaining of a home for baking your homemade bread. Please make sure you drop down into the comments and let me know what questions you would like to see me answer next as we continue with our ongoing series of A Day in the Life here at Milled Artistry, where we cover everything from baking homemade bread to jewelry making to woodworking to adventures and everything in between. We are lifting the veil and showing you what the real life is behind the scenes.
Y'all, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.